Welcome back everyone to another ASMR video. You may have noticed there was not one last week. That was because I just had a lot of stuff to do and didn't have enough time to film one. You may have noticed that the Christmas videos that I filmed were very quick and there's a lot of background noise, so with the equipment and area that I had to film, there was no way I was going to be able to film a proper ASMR video, so I decided to just skip it. And today I'm filming 3, so we'll have enough backup clips in case I ever miss another week. So I have 4 squishies for you today, and I hope you enjoy all of them. Let's get started. So the first squishy that I have for you is the Squishy Yum squishy that I got from Walmart. I think this one has better sounds if you scratch it, whereas the pen doesn't really make some. Well, it kind of does, but I think it sounds better if you scratch it. This one is definitely better for scratching, not so much for squishing. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next squishy. So today I have something special for you guys. I've gotten a lot of comments asking me to open certain squeeze toys, and I just want to say now that I don't want to. I buy my squeeze toys to actually squeeze them, so I'm not gonna deliberately ruin them just for a video. But I will happily open the ones that have opened on their own after I've squished them so long. So what I have here I didn't have any wax paper, I'm sorry, so we'll have to make do with aluminum foil. It's a little loud, so I'm going to push the microphone back just a bit. So the first one that I will open is this little Dango squishy. I think this was a freebie from either Squishy Shop or Delightful Boutique. Oh shoot. So unfortunately I can't. I got my sheet dirty. No! I can't squish it for you guys because then the stuff will come out, but as you can see, where it's connected at the bottom, it's very fragile. So once you squish it, in fact, it wasn't even a squish. What made it open for mine is I stretched it like this, but too far, so it came off and opened. Ooh, I'm not sure what this stuff is, honestly. It doesn't feel like the silicone material that doesn't really make a sound that the Mochi squishy had. I know I did a cutting video a long time ago, one of my first videos. I opened, I think, 3 or 4 of these squeeze toys. Interesting. We can still make noise with the ball chain. I'm gonna have to wash my hands after this. Let's see. That got on my shirt. Well, that's kind of gross. Okay, I did bring scissors with me. I'm not sure why I'm not using them. Let me reach over. Ooh, that's gross. Ew. So yeah, that's pretty much what all of the squeeze toys have. That's another reason I don't want to really cut open a lot of them, unless they're already broken, is because they all pretty much have more or less the same material inside. It's some kind of silicone, clay-like material. This one's not very clay-like. It's more like butter. Grainy butter or something. So it reminds me of soap a little. Oh gosh. So I don't think it's that interesting after a while seeing what's inside of these, because it's more or less the same thing. I know what's inside. It's some kind of silicone material. Sometimes it'll be softer, other times it'll look like and feel like dough, but there's really not much to it. The sounds are gross. But I hope you guys, at least, who have been asking me to do this, will be satisfied. Now, I don't think I can play with this. The last time I opened one, I put it in the fridge, and this stuff kind of solidified a little to where I could play with it, but I'm not sure if that would work with this one. Should I go try it? I'm gonna try it. Okay. I'll be back. Okay, it has been put in the freezer. I'll get back to it at the end of the video, or after I'm done with this one, because I also have this mushroom. This was one of my first ever squishies. I got it from Chebutu on Rakuten. Had to scoot that back up there because I was making too much noise. But as you can see, it popped open just like the other one. I think this one's still squishable. If I'm gonna be honest with y'all, people make fun of me for owning this for kind of obvious reasons. They did have other mushroom shapes, but this was the one that a Japanese ASMR artist had, so that's the one I felt compelled to get. She has since bought the other version, so I feel like I should have waited. But this one makes really nice sounds. And I think someone already opened this on YouTube, so it's not really that big of a surprise what's going to be inside. I can hear it though. Most likely something sandy. Let's open this. So, I think I can just rip this off. Ooh, jeez. I do realize that having the mic really this close to the objects makes the sounds really jarring and loud, so I will try in post-editing or during editing to kind of lower the volume of all the sounds so that they kind of match. I apologize if it still doesn't work. Goodness. What is that? Yep, it's sand. I want to say... Get off. Ooh. Let's put that over there. Oh, gross. Yep, I was right. It's just sand. It's pretty cool though. It's very doughy. Oh. Oh goodness. Honestly, this is really cool. It's It's like that kinetic sand a little. I've only felt it once. I've never bought kinetic sand, but that's what it reminds me of, except it's not very kinetic. It's just like sand with the doughy texture. Wow, this is actually pretty cool. I might keep this. I wonder if it dries out. Okay. I do have one more sound that I want to show you guys. Just to give this poor little mushroom some life before I toss it. I'm sure there's a way to repair this, but it probably won't have the same quality. I'm gonna go get the one I left in the fridge, and then we'll move on to the very last squishy. So here is what was left after I put it in the freezer. It still feels like soap, except cold soap. Yeah, there's not really much to say about it. It's the same texture, it's the same consistency. The fridge only really allowed it to stay solidified for a little bit, but as soon as I touched it, it started forming back into its usual shape. smells like glue. Anyone who opens their squishies, please don't smell them. This stuff is probably, I'm sure it's not toxic, because that would be dangerous, but it's not something you want to inhale. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna take some of this sand. Put it in there. I was hoping the sand would do something, but it's not really combining with the material. I can't even find it anymore. Okay, I think that's enough. My hands are covered in mush, so I'm gonna go wash my hands and then I'll come back for the last squishy. The last squishy is this Eric Bakery bread. I got a request to squish this one a while ago, so here it is. Trying really hard to make sure the sound isn't so jarring. Success. Sorry if you can hear the birds outside, they're really loud. This one actually does not make that many sounds. I hope it sounds better on the microphone. A lot of you request sticky squishies, and don't get me wrong, I love sticky squishies, but they're kind of hard to find now because so this one came to me nice and sticky, but once it's been opened and touched and all the sticky residue either gets on your fingers or evaporates from the hole you've made in the bag, the sticky residue goes away, so this one's not that sticky anymore. I love squishing these top parts. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.